What's up, I'm Lana.
I'm Colby.
Sorry we missed a week. I guess title, meaning the title for this podcast is... let's see, I gotta think again. Sorry, this is really on the fly. I didn't even think about it. We're gonna go with pink towels.
Pink towels?
Yeah.
You even had time to think about it this week, too.
I did, because you told me ahead of time. We're not going to do it until 6:40.
I know, and you...
Fuck it. And I never think about it beforehand, either. But
No.
this time I was like, I'm going to think about it. Then I really couldn't think of anything.
That's how it works sometimes. Sometimes we have the best of thoughts, and sometimes we think we're going to really plan shit out, and it ends up not happening.
Right.
Oh, no, you got the black lung going on.
I do. I got a new vape juice, and it's getting caught in my throat.
Oh, no.
You know what? You have to fill up your filter.
Yeah?
The vape juice before you use it, because I just put my filter in it, too. And I pulled some of the juice into the actual, the air chamber. It's not supposed to have juice in it. So I'm getting all of the juice in my throat, and it kind of gets me.
Kind of gets you a little bit... Oh, the juices are flowing, but they're not going.
Right.
Actually, I don't know if that made any sense. I apologize.
I get you. So I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately.
You have
I've
been.
got plenty to talk about.
Really quick, repeat, what was the name of this show again? I already forgot. Say it again.
The name of this show is Pink Towels.
Pink Towels. Okay. Cool. I don't know why I thought I had in my head pink flowers, and I was like, oh, wait, that's not right. That's not right at all.
No, that'd be gay as shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, no, this black lung's really affecting you. You're going to have to use some of the pink towels to clean up what's coming
Don't
out.
joke about the black lung.
The black lung?
You don't joke about it.
I got the black lung pop.
Oh.
I don't joke about it. Joke about
Karma's on you, not me. Let the record show that I told you not to do it, and you did it anyway.
I do what I want. Especially when it comes to pink towels and the black lung.
Right. Well, I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately.
Yes, you have. You've been watching a ton. Like, every day I talk to you, I call you, and you're like, oh, I'm watching...
I watched Little Witch Academia.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen the actual 25 episodes that supposedly exist, because they're not on Netflix. But I will find them. But I have seen the 2 separate episodes, which are kind of like short movies. They're great. I would watch them again and again and again and again, but I have way too much to watch on Netflix. So I will watch them again at some point.
Yes.
I'm catching up on about 2 years' worth of Netflix that I missed, and I'm really not getting anywhere. I feel accomplished, but I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere. There's just too much shit that I meant to watch for years, way before I, went, 0 dark 30.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm dying.
Not again. Not again. Oh, no. There's vomit everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I know you've been watching a ton.
Great.
You've been
I don't know
watching...
if you've seen it. Have you?
No, I haven't. I know you were telling me about it. And... because my brother watches a show called My Hero Academia, but they're not connected. Yeah, they're not connected like I thought they might be, because it turns out a lot of Japanese shows and anime just happen to have academia or high school in the title.
Right, and then most things that I watch have to have something supernatural. Like, to continue, after watching that, I don't know what I was watching before that.
Unfortunate series of events.
After watching that, I watched The Magician. There's only 1 season, or 2 seasons, I think, maybe. I don't know, but I watched all of it. Whatever they had on there, I watched.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many seasons there actually are, but I think Netflix only has like 1 or 2.
It's either 1 or 2. I believe it's 2. But it was amazing. And I literally threw a temper tantrum when it was over. They left it off a very, they left it at a pretty big point. I just remember getting really fucking upset that it was done.
I think the new season starts pretty soon on Sci-Fi.
I believe it does. So I am excited for that. Just to look forward to. It was really good. I really liked the way that they, threw in, well, I don't want to spoil anything. It's one of those shows where you hear one thing about it and it changes your whole perspective. It being about magic, you want to investigate every little tiny point.
Yeah.
For yourself. I mean, hearing other people's opinions, sure, it's the smart thing to do, but at the same time, you want to see it with a fresh perspective and then talk about it. So I'm going to leave that where it lies. I'm catching back up on iZombie.
Yeah, you've been watching a shit ton of that lately.
Well, I binge watch. When I watch a show, I watch it to its completion, and then I get mad that it's gone. And then I take a break from Netflix and actually do something productive, and then find something else to watch.
Have you watched or read any of the comics iZombie's based on?
No, but I love the way that they, they'll do the freeze frame, and it's a comic book picture, and then it'll turn back into their real life. Yeah,
I may have to. It's weird because the comics, as typical fashion goes, the comics are extremely different than the show. Like the comics still with like way more supernatural things and way more focused on supernatural elements and weird characteristics, characters like the Were-Terrier and things like that. Where the show is really good, but it focuses on, like, to me it feels like the show and comic basically have a similar main character, but just went different paths.
I really like where the show's going. I like that it's, kind of like your typical cop show.
Yeah.
You can, one episode, they have a continuous storyline now.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm season 2, episode 17. Weirdly enough, recollections of the way Liv used to be, which is what we're going to go over. But this was go into, the whole waking up a zombie, cracking open a skull and having a brain. That's, that's your typical zombie, Yep. But, I love the way that, she immediately finds something she can do to help people with it. It doesn't have to be over the top, I'm a superhero. It's really about helping herself at first, and then she realizes I can really help people in this position. It's almost, she just kind of fell into place. She wasn't searching for that. She kind of found it.
Yeah, I need to watch the show more, because that's another one where I've watched it a little bit, and what I watched I really liked. I just haven't had time to go back and watch more of it.
Right, and I'm three main character. All of them. They each have their own little things, and you think one of them's dead, and you get really upset, and then they're not dead. It's just like all my supernatural shows. They find a way to piss you off and give you, it's almost like the idea of synthetic drugs. Like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, and it probably doesn't last as long. But it's like with supernatural shows, you get that soul-wrenching terror that your character might die, and you try to forget. You almost do forget that there's a hope they could survive. But with supernatural shows, they usually survive.
Yeah.
Even after death. Death is not death in supernatural shows. Death is, haha, I got you.
Oh. Sorry there, you fell. But yeah, no, that's supernatural or comic books. Anything based on one or both of those, pretty much guaranteed death is meaningless in it.
Right. Not to say that it's not entirely meaningless, because you do freak out when a character gets his throat slit. He gets kicked into a grave, it's depressing. And of course it happens. They come back.
yeah, they come back. It's like anything.
They have to focus more on the mental terror of them, they start to lose their minds, or they start to, get depressed. They have to focus on more, in a weird way, going with the supernatural approach, you have to focus on more realistic problems.
Yeah, well, that's always a good thing to do, no matter how weird or obtuse an idea or character is, if you stick them in relatable situations, no matter how weird it is what they're going through personally, they become more relatable because it's like, oh, they're just like us. They're just having to handle something in a little bit of a different way.
Right, but with supernatural shows, they focus on that more than most. I argue this point is going to be a moot point because people that don't watch supernatural shows are going to say, oh, fuck that, no, my shows are better. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying that, say you have a normal high school, they have to go out of their way to make these characters relatable because they're in a normal setting. You're not paying attention to the crazy shit going on. So with the supernatural approach, it's more relatable when they get upset or whenever, they have these problems going on. And iZombie does a really good job. I've watched Vampire Diaries, and it is definitely over the top. It's one of the dramatic ones. That's where it's almost like, the typical high school television show where they're over the top. Everything's super important. Here it's these little things kind of gnaw away at the characters, and they start to feel it more and more, and they get really upset. And then it's just, I don't know, it's more real than a lot of shows I've watched.
Good. I need to catch up on it.
Really believable.
I definitely need to catch up on it. I know a lot of people that love that show, so I really do need to catch up on it, because...
Oh, I love it. I don't want to spoil anything. It is one of those shows that you can catch it when it's on and watch an episode and be content with that. You don't need to know what happened before. You don't need to know what happened after.
Yeah.
You could literally watch an episode. But I do like that, as the show went on, I'm in season 2 already, almost done with it. But through the first season, they developed a full storyline. I'd honestly say that they've had one, but these bigger and bigger storylines keep adding up, and things keep getting more and more connected, and it's starting to get that real feel of this is. I'm emotionally invested at this point. It's not just I was emotionally invested from the start, to be honest. It's a good show, all in all.
Oh, I know what you were watching before iZombie.
What?
Well, you went back and forth. I jokingly said unfortunate through the events. American Horror Story Hotel.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't remember that.
Yeah, because you got.
We talked about it too much.
You might be.
My god.
Yeah, you might be the biggest fan of Hotel I know, because Hotel was a season that a lot of people really didn't like, but you've become a big fan of it.
No, it was. I'm glad people talk shit about it to me. I'm glad people talk shit about it, because when I watched it, I couldn't find shit wrong with it. Not a damn thing. And I loved it. It was mind-blowing, amazing. It was, it was almost like back to the beginning. Like reliving the first season, but with better, I don't want to say better characters, because the first season stands on its own, could have been a first season that people rewatch over and over and over again. They made their money, they're done with it.
Yeah.
And that's what we were scared of. That's what we were so scared of, is that first season's over, that's it, it's done. And they've made it to the 5th season, and they're still standing strong and amazing. People are just mad at this point, because I think, honestly, watching the 5th season, they realize things are changing. Your main characters are getting, your main characters are changing. The people that got to play main roles over and over and over again, some of them weren't even in the season.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the new season yet?
Of what?
American Horror Story?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
I just watched the 5th season just now.
Okay.
With American Horror Story, I always wait until it's on Netflix, because I have to watch it like a movie. It's a horror movie for me. I have to watch the whole thing all the way through. I don't care how long it takes.
It'll be interesting to see, because season 6 is basically two different unique parts, and it's a much shorter season, because I think a lot of people didn't like Hotel because it was so much longer than the typical season, and so they went kind of back on season 6. It's back to I think season 6 is the shortest season by far.
I would argue that the 5th season could have been longer.
Well, I don't know. Like that's what killed me about it. Like the first two.
Yes, I was extremely tired by the time it was over.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I was about to pass out, but I was still I was instantly awake when it ended. I was so mad. I was like, I could watch 10 more hours of this. What the fuck?
I'm like I said, I'm rewatching it for you to see get a better take, because I never finished it. I do wish the first two episodes were a bit shorter. Like, that's my only complaint, is some of the episodes do drag a little bit, but I don't know. You are definitely liking it, so I'm gonna give it. I definitely trust your opinion, so I'm gonna go rewatch the entire season and give it a fair chance instead of just watching the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Right, and then I did start the series of Unfortunate Events, and it didn't hold me.
Me neither. I read the books as a kid. I like Neil Patrick Harris a lot. I like all the actors in it, but it was just like too. I don't know. It's okay.
The movie where there was a movie, yes.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I watched that. It was great.
That's the other weird thing. Like, tell me if I'm wrong about this.
I feel like they're trying to lengthen the movie.
Exactly.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like they're going out of their way to draw out each and every scene.
Yeah.
And these scenes were done perfectly in a short amount of time. So this just feels really long. It's one of those shows where it's good. It's great. Yeah. It's awesome. But it's just so dark and so long.
Well, it's weird because I'm a huge.
It leaves you for me, it leaves me with a lot of like old emotions and a lot of like old traumas, and it just goes on a little bit too long.
See, I was a huge fan of the books growing up, and that was my problem with that movie. Was I didn't like that they tried to shove all the books into one movie. With this, I was hoping they would expand on it more, and they kind of do that, except for Neil Patrick Harris basically is playing the exact same version of Olaf that Jim Carrey is playing, so it's like that's weird. And then they focus on stuff that they don't need to focus on, and like the narrator keeps popping up, which is really weird.
I like the narrator. That's something I do like.
It was okay, but it was just, to me, it kind of just took away from the story, because like as soon as I get in the story, then all of a sudden the narrator would pop up. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought he would be in it for the first 5 seconds. I didn't realize he was going to be a continuous thing.
What he really does is lengthen the movie.
Yeah, but they don't, like, again, they have like 13 books.
They give him screen time to make the episode a full episode without having to cut into what they want to do next time.
Yeah, but like they have like 13 books to work with. They have enough material where they don't need to do that.
They do, but it feels drawn out. It feels long.
It does. It definitely, I will agree with
that. I can't watch it in succession, and the only thing I do when I watch Netflix is in succession. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to finish Supernatural.
Yeah.
I'm so behind. I don't even know how many seasons I've missed, and I'm scared because that means I need to start over.
There's a lot.
For me, that's either find out where you were. If you can't remember where you were, you start from the beginning and work your way back through it.
Yeah,
And I love Supernatural, but there's so many seasons.
There are.
Its own world. Well, I do like Supernatural. It's just, at a certain point, there's so much that I can never get back to it. Not to mention, I have so many other shows that I like to get invested in that I can't just, turn away from them to watch it all the way through again. That's weak.
Yeah.
Of, like, catching what you can and then still watching it. And I can't do that. I can't watch multiple shows at once unless it's, it's on my DVR. It's different. But during Netflix, the Netflix adventure, it's one at a time. It's a slow race, slow crawl. You take your sweet-ass time.
Yeah, I get... My problem is I will start binge watching something, but then if I stop, it takes me forever to get back to it. I started watching...
Like reading a book.
Yeah, exactly. Like I started watching the CG Clone Wars show, and I got really far into it, and then for some reason I stopped, and... Oh yeah, I need to reactivate my Netflix. It went out for... but anyway, I stopped, and now it's like I want to watch it again, but I just can't bring myself to start again.
Oh my god. Have you ever had to read a book for school and you were also reading another book at home?
No. I was never a big reader during school.
Okay, well, I always had this issue where I would have a book that was assigned to me to read. So,
yeah.
Of course, I would read it. I loved reading.
Yeah.
I'm worse at it now because I have Netflix. Netflix changed my life for the better, I would say. But at the same time, kind of... I haven't been reading as much as I should.
Yeah.
But when my comparing Netflix to reading, when I'm watching a show on Netflix and I go watch another show, and then I go back and watch my show, the shows kind of bleed together. It's like reading two separate books at the same time. They kind of bleed together and get a little confused. You write your book report and you're like, oh, and then he did this thing, and they're like, he never did that. What? He didn't?
Yeah. I could see that.
Wait. And then you have to go to your professor and be like, oh, I also was reading this other book, and he's like, no, you weren't. Nobody reads.
Yeah, I was one of those. I can tell you a secret right now, which is I don't think I ever finished or got very far in a book I was assigned by a school. Like, I don't think I ever... I think I got kind of far in some of them, but the majority of them that they would assign to me, I would just read what I had to pass the test, and that was it.
I read some good books in school, and by the way, my teacher hated me because I was ahead, not because I was behind. I would, they give me a book. It's kind of like, I'm talking junior high school here. They would give you a book that was paper thin. I swear, it was like, like almost as thick as a laptop, maybe.
Yeah.
Not even as thick as a laptop, a skinny laptop. And I'd have it done before class was over. And I would be ready to give my report immediately, and he would be asking me what happened. I'd be like, oh, I'm on chapter 16. Let me think about it for a second. Oh, this is what happened. And then blah, blah, blah happened, and then blah, blah, blah happened, and he'd be like, stop. Nobody's read that far.
He's like, stop.
I look around the classroom, and he's like, oh, we have kids that are behind. Excuse me?
He's probably like, stop. I haven't.
Who are you? Show yourself.
Yeah, I haven't even read that far. What are you talking about? He's like, I don't read this shit. I just hand it out. Don't tell me what happens.
Right.
I just watched the movie.
Yeah, and there were movies for all the books, and I didn't even think about watching the movie. I wanted to finish it. Give me something I have to do, I might as well do it.
I would typically just read the synopsis, like, on Wikipedia or something, and just roll like that, and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. Or I'd read, like, a chapter if I had to answer, and that'd be it. I was horrible at that. Which is weird, because once I got out of high school, I became someone who likes to read books, but during my entire, schooling, I hated reading books, and it's one of those things because they would force me to read, and so I didn't want to read.
Oh, I always liked the books they gave us, and I liked that they would make me look into them a little deeper. It was almost, it helped me with my reading, because, I'd read a book and just, glaze over it and be like, cool, this thing happened.
Yeah.
But, with school forcing you to really look into it and question the motives of the writer, and it's almost like questioning God. So you start to think about, the writer was doing this, the writer was doing this, the writer was doing this, the character was actually doing that on their own without the writer's consent, and the writer got mad and did this.
Oh, no, yeah.
Which helps, again, going back into, watching Netflix, it helps me really understand, I like to think about the motives of the writers. Why is this character doing this thing? Is this the character, growing on its own, and it's just, a natural growth from the character, or is this something they made her do so they could get this other thing to happen?
Oh, yeah, that is an interesting...
Which turns into, of course, religious thinking of what choices do you have and what choices do you not have.
It is always an interesting idea of looking at a character and seeing if the character is being a character or if the character is just a plot device. That's, especially in a lot of mediums, that's what people get accused of, where it's like, well, this person's not even a character, it's just a plot device to make this happen. That's how a lot of cop procedurals act, where this person doesn't matter for shit, but we have to have this person either die or do this thing in order to have a story today.
Right.
Well, I've had a very reverse week from watching Netflix. I've been on the road almost the entire past week.
I went to WrestleMania.
I know. I went to Royal Rumble.
Oh.
You gotta learn. You gotta educate. I went to Saturday from 2 to 5. Went to Evolve, and I finally got to meet one of my wrestling hero. Pun not intended. But one of my wrestling heroes and people that have inspired me for years. I got to meet Chris Hero, and I'm still super excited about that. Because that dude has been...
It's cool to meet your heroes. And I don't know why they say don't ever meet your heroes.
Yeah, so far...
Probably because, I've met a couple of mine.
Yeah, see?
I don't have a whole lot of heroes, I'd say.
No, yeah, I don't think you do too much. You're someone that typically talking to you don't...
My heroes don't exist.
Yeah.
My heroes are fictional.
But, no, yeah, I've had typically... Every one of my heroes, or whatever you want to call them, that I've met has been extremely cool. I got to talk to him a while. I got to see his final match. as Chris Hero because he got signed to WWE and is going back by his name Castrisono, and then after that went to NXT. They had a hell of a brutal match. Like, God, he was afterwards just covered in whelps and sweat and all that gloriously nasty stuff that people either love or hate about wrestling. Where it's like, that's one thing I love about wrestling. It's like watching a beautiful ballet and play that hurts the shit out of people. And if you look, I love looking at wrestlers afterward and just seeing how beat up people really get and how people don't realize that shit. It's like
right.
It's weird. It's like if you look at it for what it is, sorry. I'm a huge. For those of you who don't know, I haven't really talked. I talk about it quite a bit, but a huge wrestling fan, and they haven't
really talked about it.
Yeah, but got to go to Evolve, then NXT, then Royal Rumble, and our seats progressively got worse and worse throughout the events. At Evolve, we were really close. At NXT, we were pretty close. At Royal Rumble, we were pretty fucking far away. But it was kind of cool because we got to see 55,000 people all in one building, which was really cool and really sad. And I remembered, oh yeah, the town I'm currently living in is about 3 times less population than is in this single building right now.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I know you love like the showmanship and stuff, but I think you would have loved just seeing that many people. Next time I'm definitely dragging you along just so even if you hate the show, just so you can see that many people.
Well, I don't hate wrestling.
Oh no,
it doesn't pass for me like other things do.
See, I see
the beauty in it. I love, I watch wrestling pretty, enthusiastically.
Yeah. Well, see, I would.
A couple years.
I would. I will have to show you because I think there's a certain type of wrestling that you haven't been exposed to that you personally would love. Because it does incorporate a lot of what you love about storytelling, showmanship, and everything. It's just I think knowing what you were exposed to kind of the more mainstream, very atypical. Like this is what people think of as wrestling. I got to show you this stuff where you're going to be like, oh my god, I didn't know you could do that in wrestling. I didn't know this is what this was. I don't know
if I'm not feeling that way, honestly.
You got
feel free to try and convert me, but
I will.
As far as wrestling goes, I've never in my life looked further than WWE.
Exactly. I gotta expose you to some other stuff. See, we'll try to.
Feel free to expose yourself to me, but.
that sounds a little odd.
Sorry.
Yeah. that is for the special. That's not for the public viewing.
I'm just not saying I'm gonna like it. Okay.
I know. Well, see, I'm giving Hotel a chance. You gotta give. I'll find some stuff for you.
I would say that's 2 totally different things. You like American Horror Story,
but I didn't like Hotel.
Well, then don't like it.
So
I love it.
That's a different. Like I liked this. American Horror Story is weird to me. I loved season 1. I hated season 2 at first, and went back and rewatched it, and I really liked it. Season 3, I liked. Season 3 was Coven, right?
Was it season 3?
Yeah.
I have Netflix at my disposal.
I think it goes Murder House, Asylum, Coven, Freak Show, Hotel, and whatever you want to call it.
Are you sure? Isn't that what I believe?
Yeah.
This is what I believe, and I'm going to check my facts.
No, yeah. That's
I believe it was the house, and it was Asylum.
Yeah.
And then it was Freak Show, and then Coven.
No, it was Freak Show after Coven.
Okay, so I found something I'll have to add to my list.
But, no, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, I'm getting into romantic movies. God damn it.
But, it goes, it was Murder House, Asylum, Coven, Freak Show, Hotel, My Roanoke Nightmare.
Just to say, I'm getting that. Is it really? Did you check it?
I just know it because I know.
That's what you're saying.
No, I know it because I know. Because season 3, I loved the first half of season 3, and then the second half of Coven kind of lost me, and then it kind of brought back at the end for me. And then Freak Show I loved for the most part.
I've got too many because you watched going on here. My list.
Yeah, get your list.
Okay. Here's what we got for more episodes. Okay, it starts with the house.
Yes.
shit gets crazy. Somebody tries to kill herself. Somebody dies. Then we get into Asylum.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. And then immediately, oh shit, wow. Whoa. Asylum was short as fuck.
Yeah. Then there's aliens.
Yeah, and then it's the witches.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so then it's Coven, then it's
Freak Show. Then Hotel.
And it's just the lady with the beard, and then Hotel. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I did love Lady...
I did not feel like you were right on that.
No, yeah. I did love Lady Gaga in the new season, so... Her character was very interesting.
Oh, I also realized I missed out on some pretty awesome Always Sunny. I went back,
oh, yeah.
Because I was waiting for the new episode to come out, and I was like, go back and watch where I was at when I was, trying to catch up. And, I was about season 9, realized I hadn't seen any of season 10, and barely any of season 11.
Yeah. No, and I missed a new episode the other night. I'm so mad at myself. Did you watch it?
I finished it, I believe. When?
I think it's...
Last night?
Yeah, the one last night. I know I missed it.
The Nick was on last night. It was Wednesday.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I think it was... I think it was called Who Killed Maureen Ponderosa, I think is the name of the episode.
Oh, yes.
So, or maybe it's called...
Wait. Did I watch that? Yeah. I watched that. That wasn't last night.
Yeah, it was last night.
What?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I've been watching a lot of iZombie. I mean, honestly, it's kind of affecting my brain.
I don't think you saw it because you didn't text me. You typically would text me or something. You didn't text me or anything about it.
I saw Who Killed Maureen Ponderosa. I saw that episode.
Are you sure?
Wait, no, it wasn't that. I'm thinking about the episode where they get fucking shit put in the milk, and then I recently finally watched the trial on who caused it or who tore his fucking eye out.
I'm just the best goddamn bird lawyer in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and I fucking loved... I think I've seen it before, because I remember her fucking jumping around the room like a cat.
Yeah. Are you going to make me pay alimony to a cat?
Yeah, it takes a minute to, recollect if I've seen something or not. It's weird.
Oh.
So my views on the fucking, the Mandela theory, I don't know if they're totally valid.
We keep going back to that. That was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, it's still fucking with me.
Yeah, it's weird. But one thing you would love about the big wrestling events like that is with that entire day, because there were so many people, we met so many individuals from all over the world. Like, we're going to the hotel and we start talking to this person who's from New Zealand. We go to this video game store and meet these people, and they're from, half are from New York, half are from Wales. Then some people from Australia come in, and some people from New Zealand, or from, not New Zealand, from, where was it? From Finland come in. So it's seeing all these people fly from all over the world was really interesting. And
yeah, I bet that's pretty cool.
Also, the weird thing is, I totally forgot PAX South was also going on at the same time, which PAX South is a giant video game convention, for those who may not know. And it was going on at the same time.
I actually did know about PAX. I just didn't know it was going on right now.
Well, PAX South was going on the same. PAX South was going on in San Antonio at the same time the weekend. We checked in the hotel, and they're like, I'm wearing Mega 64 shirt. My brother's wearing Rooster Teeth stuff. He's like, oh, you guys here for the video game convention? And we're like, video? Oh, normally we would be, but no. And I was like, oh shit, that is right now. For a little bit, we pondered, well, could we go over there for a little bit? We don't have time.
I first heard about PAX from a Netflix documentary about indie gamers.
Yeah.
Or indie coders.
Yeah, there's PAX. There's PAX Prime, PAX South, and PAX East. And they're different times of year, but they've gotten huge now. They kind of started off the same way Rooster Teeth did. PAX it's Penny Arcade Expo, and Penny Arcade was just this small group of people that had a cool fan base, and they started a convention that got really big, so they started another one, and that got really big, so they started a third one. Although RTX, there's two RTXs now, because there's RTX and there's RTX Australia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's RTX Australia.
Oh, you told me about that, actually.
Yeah, RT Australia, which I will probably, unless we get success on podcast or something else, probably will never go to that one, because there's no fucking point. I can meet everyone in 4 hours away.
We do have our new demo is up.
Oh yeah,
Bright Light Villains.
Bright Light Villains, check that out.
YouTube bar, you'll find us. We're the only musicians.
I am so proud of how the artwork and how the color scheme is turned off. Like, I know there are 2 demos, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming, but as far as the look, I think we're kind of hitting the look we were going for.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
I'm loving the purples and the neon colors and everything.
Yeah, I am too. That's really what I was aiming for. I want it brighter, honestly.
Yeah, we'll get brighter.
It's really the color scheme that I'm really going for. I had, I don't know. Have you seen Misery Loves My Company, the music video?
By who?
3 Days Grace.
No, I don't. You said that like I should know.
You took me to a 3 Days Grace concert.
Yeah, but there's like 37 bands that have a song called Misery Loves My Company or Misery Loves Company.
Misery Loves Company.
Yeah. I think Hellstorm also has a song called Misery Loves My Company.
Wait, was that... Yeah, they do. But the color of the moon...
Yeah?
That is purple, pink, and blue, really. Just the colors.
Yeah?
But they're just neon colors. They're just purple, pink, and blue, and they're perfect. I'm so obsessed with the color scheme, really. It's a little bit crazy why I'm so obsessed with it. But
no, I like
hot
it.
Pink and baby blue and like this weird kind of indigo purple. It's like almost calls you to think black, but it's not black.
I like it a lot. Like that's...
It's kind of like black light. So hot pink, neon, baby blue, neon, and a black.
That was also an early name that I was pitching. Blacklight Villains.
Huh. I like Bright Light better.
Yep. You fought that for a while, though. I like it, though. I do.
I was racking my brain to see if there's something else I could go for.
Yeah, there were some interesting ones. There definitely was. Well, no, I need to get caught up with so many shows on Netflix. I am a million leagues behind on every fucking thing. Because I've been, like I said, doing wrestling stuff and all this stuff with dealing with family stuff. And it's like, this is the busiest I've ever been in my life, and there's a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely I'm already seeing, good things come out of this year.
No, yeah,
really good things.
This year has already started off, this year it's already a million, well, politically it's kind of fucked, but personally it's going awesome.
Right, but I there's a lot of political noise going on. There's a lot of stuff to work with. But doesn't that happen every time we get a president?
Yeah, I think typically it's not quite as controversial or loud. Like, this seems like it's the first time we've had a president where every single day...
This is the first time it's been this loud on social media.
Yeah.
I mean, ever. Obama didn't get this loud on social media.
No.
He got loud, but Trump is the loudest thing on social media.
Yeah, I think...
everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. And
people are racking their brains thinking, like, is this really what we want for a president? Is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? Most people think he's going to be bad, even if they like him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big problem for me. It's the first time we're a president where every single day so far in his presidency has brought some kind of controversy or some kind of problem or some kind of, like, that's a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to realize that as a face of television,
yeah,
he makes a good face for a country. but he's gonna be trying to play the entire world like he does himself on television.
Yeah.
He's going to try to be controversial on purpose. He wants the attention. That's what he's after. He's not the actual fact. He's smart. I mean, yeah, he's going to have an end goal on everything he does, and he's going to know how people are going to react. He's good at that. The things that he tries to pass that he knows aren't going to pass are for attention.
Yeah, but he's put, like, my thing is he's put so many executive orders and things that, like, even if they ultimately get repealed, we're already having to deal with it. And I think he's definitely there for attention. But I think that
I do like that with Star Wars coming back, people are really comparing him to Darth Vader.
Yeah. Well, did you hear the Beyonce news?
No. My mom was talking about her today.
Oh, that's speaking of Star Wars, that's what everyone's making a comparison about, is because Beyonce announced yesterday that she was having twins. So everyone's going like, "Oh my God, the Empire's risen, the Emperor's in charge, and our queen just had 2 babies. They like, send them to the moon right now, protect them."
Yeah, put them on Mars.
Yeah, but no, it's funny.
Like, honestly, I do believe that Mars is like the planet that Anakin will be from.
Could be. I don't know.
That's where they're going to have all the pod races, and it's going to be our shitty planet, and maybe people go there for like slave trades. And
I know we're gonna revert back to a long time ago.
Yeah, but only on that planet.
Only on that planet. That anything goes on Mars. What happens on Mars stays on Mars.
So it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be the first planet that we conquer. I mean, I say conquer, but conquer really.
Unless there's like
someone's going to conquer it.
Unless
because someone's gonna we're gonna put feet on the ground first. I'm sure we're gonna be the first country to be like, boom, feet on the ground. But just wait until an actual civilization is on Mars and they decide to become their own quote unquote country, or they're not going to be a part of the Galactic Federation. They're going to be this little side project that we're trying to get our hands on them, but we're not too concerned about it because we got bigger and better planets to go to.
And then aliens attack, and then you have the plot to Halo. Exactly.
Oh, aliens won't attack us until we've got at least 4 or 5 planets, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, I mean we've got to have a couple outposts, but or unless you got to believe those old ancient myths, which is like
you
Mars.
You have to think that we look like primates, or if aliens do exist and they're as far-fetched as we think they are, they've already got a couple planets in their grasp, and they're working on building more. They're expanding. They're trying to take over their little galaxy. We're going to have to do the same thing to get their attention. They're not concerned with us. We can't even reach them. How do we know they can't? How do we know if they can even reach us, honestly?
You know what has always kind of bugged me about the idea of people being abducted?
What?
Isn't it kind of weird that the only people that are typically ever abducted or talk about being abducted are like not I don't mean the worst cases of humanity, but it's always people that would probably be the least interesting people to study.
Why do you think these people got abducted by aliens? They don't want to be boring anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's something I was thinking. If abductions actually happened, I'm not saying maybe they have happened, but I'm saying if abductions actually happened at the rate some people believe, it seems like they'd be abducting like some pretty prominent people. Like if I'm a very powerful alien race, and I'm looking at these people as this lesser species that I can just pick up and abduct, why would I not like try to pick up, like go, oh, they're all following this guy, let's pick up this guy, see what makes him so different, and then put him back before anyone notices?
Because you have to think about the fact they're still trying to understand us as a base species, so they're going to pick up our boring people, our mind numb, following the system to the point. Basically, our clones. Essentially, they want our normal. They don't want to know about our special and our crazy. They have that.
Well, I think, but when you want
what we're trying to attain is the idea of what they might have. So they're not looking for that. They're not looking for people that are trying to be like them. They're looking for people that are just human in the base code of human.
I would think they would want to see, like, why do people idolize? Like, why do these animals idolize these other animals and want to learn? Because let's be honest, if they've had thousands and thousands of years to study people, you think they probe enough smaller people. They're like, okay, we get the point. We get what these people do. They eat, sleep, fuck, die. let's try to see what's going on with these other people that are actually living life and doing stuff.
How do you know they're not abducting so they can make clones, so that they can have a mind-numb race of humans that follow them blindly? Born in captivity.
Yeah, but wouldn't that
they don't want the crazy? They don't want the crazy
make more
people
sense?
That think outside the box.
But you would want
people that are normal and boring.
Exactly.
So that they can use them as, like put them in the mine where it's dangerous because the chemicals.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want
them
to
differently than they affect us or whatever the fuck?
But still, then you would want to replace a prominent figure with the clone. And I know this is conspiracy theory that they do that, but you would think that would be the obvious goal of, well, if you have clone technology and you want these people to follow your beliefs, just take out the popular people.
Alright, well, I'm sorry that we got to cut things short. I got to run an errand. I will meet up with you guys later. I'm glad you listened this far. I'm excited to hear feedback. Start commenting, start subscribing, start liking, start sharing. Tell everybody all about it. Also, check out our music. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
No,
I'm Lana. I'll talk to you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bang.
Chris is awesome. He's as hot as it get. The type to drop you quick with a mafia kick. Got the hunger of a young lion, plus the eye of the tiger. Pummel you like he's a young Tyson. That young knockout kid, split your wig. Rivera Cloverleaf, snap you like a twig.